Recording. Got it?
Hi, Captain.
Go ahead. You're the captain. Okay. So, APU. The APU fuel pump is only this one. This one pulling down. We're going to open a little door in the back so we can intake air into the APU to start it pulling down. The APU bleed. See where it says here APU bleed? APU start switch is here. What you're gonna do is this, you're gonna pull it out down to start. Count 5 seconds and release. 3, 4. Good. It's starting up. In a low oil pressure. EGT, that's the exhaust temperature here. So you wanna see that rising, there it is. And this light off. Well, it's way in the back. You won't hear it, you won't feel it, nothing. That's all we have. Once the APU is running and ready to be used, we're gonna get a light here. That means the generators are ready. And a reading up here. It'll tell us how much power we get by the APU. But so let's wait. The time that we wait is the same time you need to wait in the real world. That's going to be the same when we'll start the engine. So you'll see the sequence. How are we doing here? Yep, stabilizing around 400. That's good. You should get this light any second now. There it is. So we were using ground till now, right?
Yeah.
Time to switch from ground to APU. How? Pulling down, then pulling down. Let's check it up here. Okay. And that's how much we have, 117 amps, 120 volts, 400 hertz. That looks good. Okay?
Yeah.
So the APU is ready and running. The next thing we're going to do is ask to disconnect the ground power. To verify that the cable is disconnected, ground power, 0. Few more things before we start the pushback. This little switch this here, turn it on. Good. And let's run a checklist. Are you ready? The before pushback checklist. Follow me. GPS system set and checked. Remember that we checked those numbers and all, and 2 of them that are running. Moving down, left to right. Fuel pumps, APU only. Electrics, APU selected and checked. We can turn on the galley power now at this point. They can start using it. Drains more power. Moving to this one here. Emergency exit light on. Fasten bell sign, no smoking sign. Well, that's what we do the checklist. Turn them on, please. Okay, and now they got the signs on. Window heat on. We got a light off here. By the way, we're not doing exactly everything that we do in real world, because part of the things we do is the light test. See the light test?
Oh yeah, those like sound every alarm.
Light test goes like this. Then you get like all the lights, and you check that all the lights actually work. See? And down here, everything, wherever you have a light. Okay? Okay, let's continue. Hydraulics all on. Doors.
All closed.
And locked, right?
Yeah.
Here, all we have is the APU bleed only. Down here, pressurization. Cruising altitude set, landing altitude set. Lights, wheel well, wing, anti-collision, strobe steady, logo on. Turn on the taxi light. Takeoff speed set and verified. Runway heading 035. Initial climb.
1,000.
Good. Get the master caution reset. Runway 4 right is there. I'm going to ask for a pushback facing to the left. And the next thing we're going to do is release the parking brake. How? With the toe brakes. Can you reach the pedals there?
Yeah.
The toe brakes are on top, so both of your feet press all the way down. There you go. And let's go. Parking brake is released. Ready? Push back.
Buckle up. I could feel it.
Yeah, it's pushing us out of the gate. We're not moving, of course, right? So,
Yeah.
and it will track us right here. Here, see us? And now it's gonna start turning us because we want to use the taxiways on this side. What's next? What are we gonna do next?
Start up the engines.
Right.
Now,
The engine start switches are here.
how come you guys start them up one at a time?
Well, you got to. You can't actually start them both at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. Why? Because we use the APU to start the engine, and the APU can use only one at a time. It sucks air, then compress it into the engine, and then we're gonna ignite it with fuel. But it can do it only one at a time.
Oh yeah.
The 747 has two APUs, and then you can start like two at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
Okay, a little more. The taxiway is right here, because that's what I'm gonna ask you to follow. See that line here?
Yeah.
That's the taxiway. That's what I want you to follow by keeping it right here all the time. It's gonna be hard at the beginning.
Wait,
Taxiing
lined
this
up with
airliner, yep, exactly, not anywhere else. It takes some training, it's not easy. A lot of pilots come here just for this, that's all they do, just practice on that tiller. So at the beginning I'm gonna help you, and then I'm gonna take it, then I'm gonna ask you to stop right here. I'm gonna hold the brakes down. I want you to push the parking brake up.
Up?
Pull it up. That's it. Release the brakes. That's how we lock it now. Well, somebody's already talking to the tower. Let me stop. Fuel pumps. Turn on all the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull him down. Good. The last time we had here a flight today, this kind of flight from a gate, we started with engine number 2 first. So that means that you're gonna start with engine number 1 first. By pushing this in, left to ground, and just let go. Follow the engine's indicators here, starting with the N2. That's a compressor. Once we reach 20, that's enough compression inside. We're going to ignite the fuel with the fuel cutoff from number 1 by pulling this one out, moving it up to here. Right into it now. Pull, up, release, locked, good. Now we are injecting fuel to that engine. The N1, you want to see the number here now rising. Well, that's the fan. And it is spinning and spinning and spinning. You can hear that engine, right? Once it reaches like 16, this is supposed to pop out, and that means that the engine is ready. 14, 15, 16, and just wait for this light. That light tells us the valve is still open from the APU to that engine. Close, right? Okay, Captain, start engine number 2. Now what?
Okay.
When?
I guess to 20.
Where?
What?
Where 20? No. Here 20.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 20. Good. There you go. Follow the N1. Now, usually actually we keep our hand on that. Why? If something turns red during the startup, you need to shut it off immediately. So we keep our hand on this one here until this pops out. Got it? Okay, 6, 7, 8. Oh, the second engine always takes a little longer
How come?
because more compression is needed, that's all. Out. Wait for the light. Looks good.
Okay.
Oh, what are we gonna do next? Taxi? Not yet.
Don't we have to ask for clearance?
Yeah, we get there. APU is still running. We're gonna switch two generators. We're going to use the engines for that. Pulling down, pulling down. Going to check it up here. Generator 1, that's engine number 1. 115 volts, 105 amps. Engine number 2, that's 120 volts and 89 amps. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That looks good. Now we're going to talk about this part here. That's the air conditioner or air bleed system. Time to let the people breathe back there. They're kind of still hot. Trimmer, pulling down. Turn the fans on, 1 and 1. Packs, that's the air conditioner unit. Pull down to auto. Same here. Bleeds down, 1 and 2. Pull, pull. APU not needed anymore. Pull it up. Turn off the APU. Check the APU. Zero, right? Not running. Then you can leave it either 1 or either 2. The last thing we do is what we call the recall. There's this big one. If there's still any problem, and release, nothing. All is ready.
Check.
Good. So I'm gonna put it like this. We're here on Alpha. We're gonna go all the way to this roundabout here. See that? Then we're gonna turn left and right to Bravo.
Okay.
Okay? To start rolling, I want you to release the parking brake. During our taxi, I want you to watch the GS. That's your ground speed. There's a speed limit on the ground. When taxiing straight, no more than 15.